recording? Happy Homebrew Wednesday, boys and girls. I'm alive. I didn't commit suicide. Came about 20 seconds close to it, though. Had the razor played out. Was thinking that was a better way to go than the pills because I had eaten so much shit I wasn't going to fit anything else down. So pills was not an option. So now that we've gotten the awkward jokes out of the way, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Obviously, I had a good Sunday. It was nice. Enjoyed it with the family. Wife made some awesome shit, as always. It was just great. Really wanted to be able to get a video out this week because I wasn't able to get one out last week. And if we had lost, I don't even know if I was going to be able to do it. I take these games too seriously. It's really sad. I'm surprised my wife puts up with it as much as she does, but is what it is. So what's going on this week? This week I got something really cool I want to show you. I like to think of, sometimes I think of these things and I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I wonder if anyone else has thought of it. And so I was like, I should just videotape it and show people. A lot of people do this. I've got a spare bathroom downstairs. No one ever uses it. So because, it's all tiled and, I can basically just, once I'm done with that, I can spray it down with sanitizer, clean it all up, and if there's a mess, spray it down, and, it's all good to go. So I really like it. The only problem is I don't have a sprayer or hose to clean up my shit. So I was sitting there one day and I was wondering, what can I do? I could be kind of pulling stuff out of the sink like one, cup at a time, but if I'm going to fill up a 5-gallon fermenter or my 10-gallon mash tun, that's just going to take too long, and I don't have the patience to do that. So I came up, I had this idea, it's extremely simple. You probably already have the equipment as is to do it, so basically why don't I just show you a real quick, cheap, easy Macgyver way to basically get water in your fermenters and basically water cleaning downstairs without having the ability to have a little sprayer. So check out this little video. It's pretty cool. Alrighty, so here we are in the downstairs bathroom, i.e. fermentation room. Got some OxiClean. Got a dirty-ass fermenter with some good kicked-on krausen. Got some OxiClean already in there. Now the only thing I need is hot water. Where is the sprayer? Oh, don't have a sprayer there. Don't have a sprayer there. How the fuck am I going to get water into that fermenter? Here's how. I'm going to suck the shit out of this hose. Alrighty, so as you can see, I basically just made a good old-fashioned siphon. I sucked the shit out of that hose, pun intended. And then if you look, I guess you can't really see it because the fermenter's dirty as hell. Oh, there you can see water coming in. So I just made a siphon. That's just hot-ass water coming out of here, going into there. This tube is, I believe, 3/4. That sounds right. Or, yeah, I think it's 3/4 tubing. But this helps a lot. One of the things you have to remember, though, is how hot your water is. I've heard some people say their water gets as hot as like 140, 150. These fermenters are not meant for that, so you definitely don't want it to get that hot. Alrighty, so as you guys saw, that's a really cheap, really simple way of basically kind of making a sprayer, but, getting water from your sink. If you're like me, my sink doesn't have the ability. I can't take off the screw on the faucet. That little part, take it off, and then screw on my wort chiller. Some people have that ability. That's another great way. You can run hot water through your wort chiller, the side that has the garden hose. You can connect that on and then just run it that way. That works good. For me, it doesn't. I would have to get an adapter, and when I talked to the wife about that, she didn't like the idea of adding an adapter to the faucet, on and off, on and off. She was not a fan of that, and me additionally, I don't want to keep putting it on and off, on and off. So this works really well. It's easy to be mindful of how much water you're using, because you can basically go from the sink, run it through the hose into a bucket, and measure, you can measure everything, which is great if you want to make sure you use the proper amount of sanitizer, or in the case you saw, a proper amount of OxiClean or PBW. So, yeah, it's a really cool, really cheap way of cleaning your shit. Really like it. It's helped me out a lot. I now don't, I used to take all my stuff upstairs and use the sink up here because it has, a little sprayer. But now I don't. I just do everything downstairs. It's so much easier. I'm using a lot less water, I've noticed. And I'm getting the exact same thing done. And if I spill a little, it doesn't matter because everything's tiled and primarily I'm doing it into the shower anyway. So if I spill, it's going right down the the drain anyways. So that's a really cheap thing. I like it. It's cool. So what else is going on? Sipping here on my. This is my. I'm trying to get something kind of like a fat tire, basically something to get people into the craft beer movement. Which I don't know now that Budweiser has that amazing commercial saying "fuck you" to craft beer people. Who knows? Maybe it might be harder, or maybe it might be easier to get people. Going back and forth with SG, I think that's kind of fucked up what they did. You're gonna say, "Oh, we don't want to be like them. That's not our thing." Yet every 2 seconds, you're doing everything you can to buy up more craft beer people. But I don't want to ramble too much. As you can tell, I've had a couple. And I've had a couple the last couple days. This is adding up. I might have to take a moratorium on the drinking for like a day or two. That way I can get my blood back to, actually having H2O in it instead of malted beverages. But it is what it is. Quick growler update. I believe last time I talked to Kevin, Christian now has the growler. It's going to be with him for a little bit, and then he's going to ship it down to Kirk Sexton. So I'm going to reach out to Christian and Kevin and kind of get an ETA on that. But, yeah, it's starting to make its way back across the country, so that's pretty awesome. In case this is your first time hearing, we kind of changed the rules a little bit on the Growler update. We're now, don't worry about sending me your videos. Go to the Facebook page below and post all your pictures, all your videos there. That way we can keep this bad boy going. And again, guys, thanks. If you get the chance, Dan almost always comments below, but feel free to hit him up below. Hit him up on the Growler page as well, and give a big shout out and thanks to Dan. He is the reason this is still going. The Growler almost stopped for a little bit, but Dan came in, and he's a lifesaver. So big props to Dan. Big props to everyone in the Growler Challenge, and keep watching the videos and keep going to the Facebook page for all the updates. But that's it. I don't want to take up too much time. Cheers, guys. Hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl. If you didn't, there's always next year. I've had to tell myself the last 2 Super Bowls, so don't worry about it. Cheers, everyone. Have a happy and safe Homebrew Wednesday. Peace. I'm out. I'm back to drinking.